What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Z Sports and Entertainment. I am Z, coming to you from the basement. Tonight, we're going to recap this All-Star Weekend, NBA All-Star Weekend up in Utah. We're going to talk about a couple buyouts. We're going to talk about a couple late trades. But it was a very eventful weekend in the NBA world. So the second half of the season, that playoff push should be extremely interesting. It should be a good one. We in for a good one. We got some coaches that got fired. We just got a lot going on. We're gonna pop it off on Friday night. Friday night, they kicked it off in Utah with the celebrity game. That was very fun to watch. DK Metcalf is a freak. Watching him dunk endlessly was very entertaining. Just that whole little setup that was a good celebrity game. That was a good celebrity game. It was very entertaining. Kept me smiling. Kept me laughing. That's the point of it. So, job well done. The Rising Stars game. I don't really know how I feel about the format. Good competition. I like implementing the G leagues, and it was good to see Scottie Pippen, Kenny Lofton. Even though those guys were second round and undrafted, it was good to see them be recognized, and just that whole thing. Jose Alvarado kind of stole the show, being mic'd up, betting Donovan Mitchell he'll hit the game winner, that whole thing. But the talent in this league is getting ridiculous. Just the skill level just improving. It's making it harder for these vets to stay in the league. If I don't know, I would like to see more of Scoot Henderson, but Scoot Henderson has been in this game, I think, the last 2 years, and he's probably going to be in this game the next 2 years. So he's probably going to be the only person in NBA history to play in the Rising Stars game 3 to 4 times. So congratulations for that. But outside of that, I mean, it was fun. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was basketball. Jose Alvarado won the MVP for that. Congratulations. Shout out to my Georgia Tech boy. Saturday night, let's talk about it. Saturday night, the skills challenge. I do not like the skills challenge. I don't like the format. I don't like the setup. I don't like the layout. I think the skills challenge, I think they should go back to being individual competitions. There's too much room for error. The team Utah had a poor performance. Like, they performed terribly. It's just that the Antetokounmpo brothers and the rookie team, they just performed worse. But none of those three teams had a good showing in the skills competition. I mean, in the passing portion of it, Walker Kessler was the you know what I'm saying? Like, we can do better than that. Like, no disrespect to Walker Kessler, but NBA got to do better with the skills competition. These guys are too skilled, too talented, just for them to be able to go out there and do a couple bounce passes and shoot. You know what I'm saying? No, we got to do better than that. Moving on to the three-point shootout. I enjoyed the three-point shootout. Tyrese Halliburton started it off with a bang, 31 in the first round. That was a hell of a three-point shootout. It came down to a lot because you got through the first round. Second round was Halliburton, Buddy Hield, Dame Lillard, and I want to say I'm forgetting somebody. Buddy Hield finished the final round with 25. Dame, going into his final rack, I think he was at 18 or 19, got hot. His last shot, he absolutely needed every shot. He went from 24 to 26 with his last shot to put him in the league over Buddy Hield. And unfortunately, Tyrese Halliburton just couldn't bounce back from that. Had a great first round. If it was I can't even say if it was total score, but he just wasn't able to put up more than Dame's 26. Dame wins the three-point shootout. Another accolade for Damian Lillard, man. Dame time. Dunk contest. Disappointed in Jericho Sims. I truly believed that we was gonna get like a Dwight Howard type of vibe, because that dude can jump so high. You know, his hang time is ridiculous, and he's a freak. He's a freak of nature. Nobody that big, that tall should be able to have a 44, 45-inch vertical. That's ridiculous. And you would just think naturally that he would be able to do more than that. I like the Vince Carter thing. I like the, double arm, elbow. It was cool, but it felt cute. And that's not going to win. I mean, Murphy, I felt like Murphy had the right idea. I kind of felt like Murphy wasn't taken serious. I felt like Murphy's dunks were a lot more impressive than what the score showed. But I didn't even mention Kenyon Martin Jr. But Mac McClung. I mean, Mac McClung stole the show. He would have been the first G League participant in the slam dunk contest, but I think a couple days before the All-Star weekend, he got signed to a 2-way contract with the Philadelphia 76ers. Congratulations. I saw a picture of Mac McClung's total career earnings, and I think it was at $106K, and his earnings for the dunk contest was $100K. Mac McClung has been a professional basketball player for about 2.5 years now. So 2.5 years up and down between G League and NBA, he's only made $106K. First problem is he just should be paid more money. I mean, I don't necessarily know the exact amounts of the G League salaries and what their CBA consists of, but I know guys coming out of high school going to G League Ignite making $500K up to $1 million depending on their high school ranking. You mean to tell me in 2.5 years this kid only made barely over $100K? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. And also the part B to that is, how do you guys expect to have the superstars of the league? How do you guys expect to have the Ant Edwards, the Ja Morants, the Zions? How do you expect to have those guys compete in these injury risk competition? And with all due respect, and I'm not throwing around money like it's paper or whatever, because money's hard to come by, but you talking about guys making hundreds of millions. I mean, if you want these type guys to compete in this competition, the pot has to at least be somewhat in the $1 million ballpark. $100K. Granted, no one's ever seriously gotten hurt during the dunk contest, but you just never know. I mean, you want franchise players, the guys who are supposed to carry these teams through the playoffs and compete for championships, to go out there and do 4 dunks. It's going to cost you $1 million. Sorry. But Mac McClung, he stole the show. Congratulations. Way to get your name out there. Hopefully that translates to him seeing NBA minutes. I don't necessarily know how that's going to work in Philly because they seem to be good at guard. But anytime anybody can do something and not be well known like that, I salute you. I have nothing but respect for you. Now let's move on to the All-Star game, the main event of the weekend, Sunday night. That was fun. It was fun. Watching the draft was fun. Watching Giannis forget who was a starter and who was a reserve, that was funny as shit. A lot of people are saying that this year's All-Star game wasn't as competitive. I mean, I personally think that was due to, Giannis having the wrist injury and LeBron hurting his hand. If Giannis and LeBron are both playing in that second half, I truly believe that game amps up and the defense picks up, because neither one of those guys want to lose. LeBron was 5-0 before this as an All-Star GM, so he would have loved to continue to go undefeated. Giannis would have done everything in his power to keep LeBron from going undefeated. I truly believe if those two players would have been able to compete in the second half, then we wouldn't have had that issue of competitiveness. But on the flip side of that, these boys can shoot. Dame, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie, Dame pulled up beyond half court and it was all net. Who does that? Jason Tatum broke the all-time All-Star scoring record. Who does that? It's the game is evolving in so many different ways. Every player that was on the court was able to put the ball on the court and do some type of combo, counter, whatever. You got Jokic, Embiid, Lowry, Markkanen, Domantas Sabonis. You look at all of those guys and you would think, all right, 6'10", 7 foot and above, get on the block, do a move or two. Nah, we got Jokic, Mr. Triple-Double. You got Joel Embiid, who can literally do everything on the basketball court. Lauri Markkanen is playing out of his mind, and he has dunked on everybody this season. And I'm forgetting Sabonis. Sabonis is also right there with Jokic as far as rebounds and assists. It's just ridiculous what this game is turning into. The talent that you need to even think about pursuing the NBA is ridiculous, let alone being an all-star. The Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown back and forth was extremely fun. Jaylen Brown did get the best of JT, but ultimately JT won the All-Star Game MVP. And it was good to see Jaylen Brown back on the court after, the freak injury with his face. And I think that's the first time he's played basketball since then. So he should be ready to go second half of the season. I don't really know about Giannis. I know Giannis got an MRI after the game. I think they said it was just a sprain. So I don't know if that means he'll be able to play immediately or if he's going to have to miss a couple games. I have no idea. Haven't gotten an update on Bron's hand, so I don't really know what's up with that. No clue what's going on with that. So we'll see. It's going to be an eventful second half of the season. KD should be coming back real soon. We continue to see Kyrie and Luka. We're going to see how they mesh. Boston, can they continue? Can they pick it up? Milwaukee, can they finally get healthy and all three of their guys play together? The Clippers just got Russell Westbrook. Jazz bought him out, signed with the Clippers. How is that going to work? How is Russ being in the same building? Just that whole dynamic is kind of freaky. Russ literally moves down the hall. You're literally in the same city, same arena, locker rooms down the hall. Hell, it's a good chance that if you go, it's a good chance you can hear them talking shit through the walls. But I think that's going to be a good move for Russell. I'm still interested to see if he's going to come off the bench. Me personally, I would like to see him starting. I do not like Terrence Mann be the starting point guard of the Clippers. I have nothing against Terrence Mann, but he is a wing. Terrence Mann is a wing. He is not a point guard. What else? Pat Bev with the Chicago Bulls. I don't really know how interesting that'll be, but with the Bulls shutting down Lonzo for the rest of the season, Pat Bev's going to get a chance. Not a chance to put up 20 a game, but he's going to get a chance to play. I really believe him and Caruso in that backcourt defensively could cause some problems. I was actually pretty surprised the Bulls weren't able to ship Caruso, but that's a whole nother story. Hawks fired Nate McMillan. That was. It wasn't a shock. I just didn't expect it. You know what I mean? It caught me off guard. It did. It caught me off guard. So we'll see if they'll be able to recreate that magic of a couple years ago. Get rid of Lloyd Pierce, bring in Nate McMillan, make a run. Get put out Eastern Conference Finals. We'll see. They definitely have the team. They definitely have the team. They definitely have the talent. I really hate this cloud that's hanging over Trey's head as a coach killer. I saw what that did to DeMarcus Cousins. And although Trey and DeMarcus Cousins are two different people, it's not good to have that label on you. Nobody wants to be known as a coach killer. So hopefully the Hawks can turn it around, man. I'm looking forward to the second half of the season. Can the Kings keep it up? The Kings are in third place right now. How long has it been since the Kings been in third place? At least 20 years. I mean, a lot of these teams who have been, picking in the lottery the last 5 to 10 years, they're starting to come around. Will Brooklyn be able to hold their spot with their new roster? I mean, it's a lot to look forward to in the second half of the season. It is a lot to look forward to, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you. I love y'all. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, and share. All of that. I need feedback. I need as much feedback as possible. I appreciate y'all, man. Z out.